If you've got leftovers from Christmas, this slab pie is a great way to use them up. There's crisp, flaky puff pastry, chunks of leftover roast turkey and glazed ham, and a creamy cheddar and mustard sauce that's made with the cooking stock from when we boiled the ham. This one's super easy to make, and it's great for when you need a quick meal during the holidays. I like to serve mine with chips and gravy. Here's how we make it. So we're going to make the cheese and mustard sauce for the filling first. This is made like a bechamel, so we start by melting 50 grams of unsalted butter and then stirring in 50 grams of plain flour. We do this over a medium heat, and once the flour's been stirred in, we cook it out for 1 minute. Make sure to stir the roux constantly. When it's ready, it will look something like this. Next, we're going to gradually add in 375ml of the boiled ham cooking stock. But if you haven't got any, you can use 250ml of cider and 125ml of chicken stock. So first we need to warm the stock up either in the microwave or on the stove. Then we're going to pour a third of the warm stock into the roux whilst whisking constantly. Then we need to cook this out for 2 to 3 minutes until it's smooth and thick. Next we're going to pour half the remaining stock into the sauce, then continue cooking for another couple of minutes until it's thickened up again. Then we're going to pour the rest of the stock into the sauce, turn the heat down to medium-low, and continue cooking until the sauce is thickened up for a final time. This will take around 5 to 10 minutes. You won't need to whisk it constantly, just make sure to whisk or stir it regularly. We're looking to make a sauce that's thick and smooth. It will be a bit thicker than a regular cheese sauce at this point, but we're going to add in cream in a minute, which will thin it back down. So next we're going to add 150 grams of double cream into the sauce, along with a teaspoon of Dijon Mustard and some grated nutmeg to taste. We'll let the sauce heat up for a minute or two, and then we're going to add in 75 grams of mature cheddar that's been grated. This just gets stirred into the sauce to melt. Then to finish the sauce, we just need to season it to taste. My ham cooking stock was already a bit salty, so I just added black pepper in at this point. Now that our sauce is ready, we're going to take it off the heat and let it cool down slightly. In the meantime, we're going to chop our ham and turkey up. So here I've got 250 grams of leftover ham and 250 grams of leftover roast turkey. And we're just going to chop it all into 1 centimetre chunks. I used my roasted spatchcock turkey and my sticky toffee glazed ham, and the recipes for both of these can be found on my blog, and I'll leave the links to them in the video description. Any roast turkey or glazed ham will work though. Don't worry if you've got more than one than the other, just make sure to use 500 grams of meat in total. So now that all our meat has been chopped up, we're going to add it into our cooled down sauce. Then we're going to give the filling a stir so everything's combined, and then pour it into a shallow dish and let it cool completely. I'd recommend giving the filling at least an hour in the fridge before assembling the pie. Now it's time to assemble the pie. So for the pastry you've got 2 options. I'm using my rough puff pastry recipe, which makes 600 grams. Or you can use 2 320 gram sheets of ready rolled puff pastry. So what I'm going to do with mine is cut my block of pastry in half and roll out half first. We need to roll our pastry out into a rectangle that's 30 centimeters long, 22 centimeters wide, and roughly 4 millimeters thick. This is the same size as a sheet of ready rolled puff pastry. Oh, and don't worry if your rectangle's not perfectly neat at this point, as we're going to be trimming it later on. So we're going to be assembling our slab pie on a lined baking tray, as it will be tricky to move once it's assembled. So next we're going to spoon the cold filling on top of the pastry, and then spread it out into an even layer, leaving a 2 cm border of pastry all around the filling. Then we're going to brush the exposed pastry with a light coating of egg wash. I make mine with an egg yolk and 2 teaspoons of double cream. Then we're going to set the pie to one side whilst we roll the other piece of pastry out. This needs to be the same size as the other rectangle, if not a little bit bigger. Again, don't worry if the rectangle's not super neat, as we'll be trimming the edges of the pie in a minute. So once you roll the other piece of pastry out, it's just a case of placing it on top of the pie, and then pressing down on the edges to seal. Next we're going to crimp all the way around the pie with a fork. And if you dip your fork in flour, it won't stick to the pastry. Next we're going to trim the edges of the pastry so they're neat and square. I like to use a pizza wheel for this, but a sharp knife will work as well. Just make sure to leave a couple of centimetres of pastry along the edge of the pie, as this will act as the crust. Then once assembled, we're going to chill the pie in the fridge for at least an hour before baking. You can keep it in the fridge for a day or two before baking though as well. Then once we're ready to bake the pie, we can preheat an oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 392 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're going to brush the pie with a light coating of egg wash all over, and then chill it in the fridge whilst we wait for our oven to preheat. It's key to cook the pie straight from the fridge, as this will make the pastry as flaky as possible. Then once your oven's up to temperature, we're going to brush the pie with another light coating of egg wash, and then finish with a sprinkle of sea salt. Then we're going to bake the pie in the preheated oven for 25 to 30 minutes until the pastry is golden brown and crisp. Once baked, your slab pie should look something like this. Then we just need to let it stand for 5 minutes or so before cutting into portions. I like to cut my pie into 6 generous portions. This one's best served whilst it's still warm, so then you've got the creamy cheese, ham and turkey filling, and the crisp flaky pastry. This pie is great served on its own, or with chips and gravy, or with roast potatoes or salad. Pretty much whatever side you've got left over from Christmas dinner. The full written recipe for this pie and loads more Christmas leftover recipes can be found on my blog, saltbuttersmoke.com. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another recipe.